Welcome to the mad, bad world of martial arts. A place full of tough people with tough bodies and tough minds. Where a blow with a bare hand can kill, but where discipline and training is all. The first rule of the martial arts is mental discipline, to make your body impervious to pain. Once that's mastered, we'll take you on a journey around the mad, bad world of martial arts. Welcome to India, home of Kalari. This deadly art is perhaps the oldest in the world, practiced for over 2,000 years on the shores of the Indian Ocean. This man is using a spring sword, a weapon with razor-sharp steel blades. So lethal, a man has to practice for years before he can handle it safely. Kalari also requires a supple body, so all its devotees practice regular exercises. Then they pick up their weapons and attack their friends. Of course, you also have to be careful of men with knives in India. All right, that's one wicked-looking dagger, but look at the way this man can defend himself with nothing in his hand. Whew. Simple as that, takes it away. And bye-bye. This man's been cut. We didn't see that, but you can obviously see this is very dangerous and should only be practiced by absolute experts. Kaboom. And if two of these men with spring swords meet, clear the beach. As those spring swords, you got to understand, are steel, razor-sharp steel. It's like they've got two long razor blades in their hands. It takes years of practice to be able to do this, otherwise you just cut yourself to ribbons, let me tell you. The place where what we all know as the martial arts originated is the Shaolin Temple in China. It was here that 1,500 years ago, a monk named Bodhidharma came from India to China, bringing the secret of the martial arts with him. And under his instruction, the monks of Shaolin first started to beat each other up. They used to regularly practice these exercises, although I'm not sure that they had women monks with them. That is one very, very athletic lady, I'm sure you'll agree. Agile and powerful. I'm sure that maybe if this lady had wanted to gain admittance to the temple, they might have let her in. And if not, I'll bet she could have fought her way in. Say, I wouldn't mind taking that girl with me anywhere. I'd feel real safe. There are literally thousands of martial arts in China. This is Tai Chi, something a bit slower and more gentle for the older folks. I guess you could say this is the Zimmer frame version. We move on to Kung Fu, something that's useful to know if passing bandits don't want you to play your flute. This guy said, now hold on a minute here, fellas. I just wanted to play my flute. This guy goes up and kicks me in the back. Hey, what's this nonsense? Well, all right. You asked for it, pal. You're going to get it. All right, this big blonde fella, I don't think he's Chinese, but he is practicing the Chinese art. There's a nice kick to the stomach. The guy comes at him with a sword. No problem. Bam! Bam! Those high kicks, years of stretching to be able to do that and maintain your balance. Takes years to train to be able to do this stuff. And we'll take care of both of you at the same time. Ba-boom. All right, this man's coming at him now with a rice flail. I'm sure you remember that from the Bruce Lee movies. It's a deadly thing when handled by an expert, but the Kung Fu man can get him right in the face, and that's it for him. Oh, that hurt. Very acrobatic. You can see it flips right over on his back. He's got all three of them around him now. 1, 2, and 3. Now that would take that man out. This is obviously an exhibition, and so the man will be able to come back. But let me tell you, any one of these blows would take an opponent out. Yeah, sit down, have a little prayer now. Hey, I wouldn't rip the shirt off the back of a man praying if he happened to be a Kung Fu expert. No, sir. Hey, he looks in big trouble here, but he's still got his legs free. Oh, that was a cute little move. Very acrobatic, this exhibition. Counters the blows beautifully, keeps his center of balance, and boom. More kicks. Elbow to the sternum, that one. And elbow, you see that? Quick elbow to the sternum and then an elbow to the chin. But the exponents of wushu, or weapons systems, have the most fun. Now, think of the creative ways you can slice a pineapple. Oh, blindfolded no less. Well, I think you'll have to admit that the man upon whose head this pineapple sits must have tremendous faith in the skill of this practitioner. Oh, yes, indeed. Where is that pineapple? Yeah, right there? Let's hope so. Boom! Oh, good grief. Oh, see, he stopped that just right on the man's neck. Ugh. Clean cut right through. Yes, sir. Just imagine, that Chinese mace could lop your head off in a split second. Now, this man is not the main man at Korea's Ministry of Silly Walks. No, sir, he is a possessor of a secret knowledge, of a form of martial art so deadly that few know it at all. To look at it, you wouldn't think this was deadly, but the footwork is all. These boys, too, know of Taekyum, an art that is little known outside of Korea. As you can see, they're just going through their paces, but it is deadly. All footwork. But Taekyum led to something more deadly still. Taekwondo. As you can see from this massive exhibition, this is very popular. Now look at all those black belts. These men are experts. As are these young girls. After that massive collective roar, they break into different formations for a different exhibition of breaking wood. Bang, bang, bang goes the wood. These are deadly punches delivered with perfect accuracy. They form different formations here for high kicks. Even the girls are splitting those pieces of plywood right in two. A spin kick. That'd take your head right off, wouldn't it? Now they're going to break two pieces. 1, 2, 1, 2. First the punch, then a kick. It's an upward kick would, that caught you in the chin and take your head off. Whoa. A running, jumping kick. They go through the air. You can see over, what is that, 6, 7 people, and break the wood. These are extremely high. Whew. I bet there aren't very many trees left in Korea at this rate. Jumps up on the back of the other people, and then a high kick. Very, very, very agile and athletic to be able to do this. And the crowds love it. Now, this lady is going to show us 5 different ways to repel 5 different attacks. Very, very, very able to take care of herself, obviously. That's one. So better luck next time, fella. You picked on the wrong girl. I guess it'd be great for all the ladies to learn, don't you? The man comes from behind, attacks her, bang on the arch, and right between the legs, if you know what I mean, and then the kick to the throat. Well, I think that would repel most attackers. Helps the man up, thank you. Yes, don't try that again, sucker. Yeah, well, I wonder what the third attack's going to be. Even though this is an exhibition, you can see it shook the fella up. Grabs her by the arm. Oh, bad idea. Real bad idea. Kick to the stomach, kick to the face, behind the head, and he's out of it. Well, just think, if your wife or girlfriend could do this, you wouldn't be so worried about her walking alone at night. Now we got the fourth attack coming up. Man comes up, grabs her by the back of the hair. A quick kick to the midsection, shall we say, and then another backward kick to the head, and the man is down. This man who's doing this is, of course, a martial arts expert, but you can see it's taken his toll on him. Grabs her at the front. Oh. He goes in, she's on the ground. Very quick with the legs around the man's head, flips him down to the ground. And another attack repelled. The only thing I wonder about this is, what if the guy was just going up and tapping her on the shoulder and asking her what time it was? It'd be pretty lethal, wouldn't it? All right, now that's one thing, but what if the attacker has a knife? All right, we're seeing in slow motion here. Bang! The knife goes in the front row and the attacker goes on the ground. Okay, how do you do? Whoop! Bang! Hey, this is a fight. All right, man seizes a knife from the ground. Now what are you going to do about this? Another way to repel a man with a knife. Blocks it, kicks him to the back, attacks again. Man loses the knife, and you see that man do a flick right up onto his feet? Helps his opponent up. Even though he's an expert, that must have hurt. Okay, we're going to see a few more attacks with a knife here. Ways to repel them. They steady themselves. Okay, here we go. Blocks and kick. Goes down, kicks the knife up, and then a kick to the throat. Around the neck, and oof, right in the you-know-whats. Ouch. Taekwondo also helps you smash things. There's a perfect break. Well, he didn't crack that one, but you can see how thick it is. Even an expert like this sometimes can't quite do it. He's got a lot of people who, whoa, did it that time. A lot of people reinforcing it. It probably gave too much. And a backward kick with a heel. He comes up. Oh, what a punch. Now, he's not trying to break the motorbike, just the piece of wood behind it. But first, a little practice. Bang, bang. Well, the guy's got to warm up, you know. Handled that without too much trouble. Now he's going to take a running, flying leap over the motorbike and then crack the wood. Huh! Oh! Looked like he hit his leg on the windscreen there. Yeah, he hurt himself. Oh my gosh. I think he's broken his leg just above the knee. A perfect break. Even an expert makes mistakes. All right, now this is how to do it. Bang! He smashes 3 in a row, goes up, smashes 2 at the same time, a tremendous punch through the tiles, and a spinning kick smashes those to bits. Now this man has got to be the expert. Just watch the variety of angle and so forth that he uses on his. He uses the back of his wrist, the side of his hand, a straight downward punch. There he's practicing with the elbow. This man is absolutely awesome. Don't try this. Please don't try this. This man has done this for years. Lots and lots of push-ups on his knuckles. All kinds. Oh, man, just don't even think about it. Look at that. He's using the back of his hand. He's using his thumb leading. And then he's going to crack these 2 big bricks with a straight karate chop sort of motion. I don't know. This guy's got to have hands like iron. Lethal weapons, no question about it. Okay, let's see if he can do this whole sequence. That's an awful lot of stuff to break. And he's going to go one right after the other. This man is truly awesome. Notice he gathers his concentration. Here we go. Straight punch. Wham! Wham! Another left, right, left. Using the side of the hand there. Now he uses his forearm. He comes up, uses his fist again. Bang! Forearm. Bang! Now he comes to the bricks. Gathers himself. Boom! Perfect karate chop. Smashes it. Absolutely no ill effects. Utterly awesome. All right, now that all happened so fast, we're going to play a lot of this back for you in slow motion so you can see it again. Now there's the forward punch. Kabam! You see he was using his knuckles. Bang! First a right, then a left. Now he comes up and he smashes that like with a backhand forehand motion. Then once again like the forearm in the back of the hand. And then straight on like in football or something, a forehand punch. And then bang! A little short left hook. Then bang! With the side of his hand. Bang! Just like a swimming motion with his thumb leading. Then welcome to Malaysia. Now this is called Silat, which is Malaysian sword fighting. Now these swords are for real. Just watch the sparks fly, folks. You can see the backward kicks, the acrobatic action. These guys are really, really athletic. Look at that. Just flips right over. are really hefty swings they're taking with those, but these guys are experts and they're well in control.
リズムやなんかもう完全に軟剣のリズムですね。
Balancing on one foot, turning. Quite beautiful, isn't it? Looks quite a bit like Japanese use of swords there, like the old kendo. But it is different. This is Malaysian. Look at this. Look at the sparks fly from those swords. I mean, they are not holding back. Very, very intense. Flips the man over, under, and bye-bye.
今これ武器を話してますね。こういう素手で戦うのと、はい、それから武器を持ち合って戦うのと。そうです。武器も持って。
Ah, is this a dagger I see before me? Yes, a Malaysian curved dagger. Well, let's see how this man can repel an attack with one of these daggers. Yes, this is like Mercutio and Romeo here, having a little bit of a fight with the daggers here, huh? A dagger fight, deadly. There's that flip around the back again. Kick with a knee to the ribs, flips him down, and, well, bye-bye. In Indonesia, salad is also useful in the kitchen. Here we have a little Indonesian version of the William Tell story. The apples, in this case, are sitting on a pole. But just watch this man's accuracy as he slices them up. 1, 2. Yes. And you will notice, of course, that this man is blindfolded. Oh. Yes, look at that. He just knows right where they are. Fruit salad, anybody? This is your man. In Thailand, they have krabi karbong, a good sport for potential axe murderers. Yes. Teaching the kids how to have a go at your neighbor with an axe here. That's a real pain in the neck, the little guy says. And if you let your children play with knives, this is what they'll do. They got one in each hand. Each guy's got two. They're like big, long knife swords, and look at these little guys go at it. Very agile. These little fellas are experts, I'm telling you. Dig that crazy beat. You know, I think they're in tempo with it. Yes. No, I don't think I want to go on that date with you. Oh, yeah? Well, here, I'm going to get a bigger sword. You're going to go with me. Oh, no, you're not. Oh, see the sparks fly? These swords are for real. I'm telling you that, folks, and these little guys are experts. Now, I want you to keep in mind that this girl is Sweet 16. Now, Sweet 16 and a kick in the back and a great big knife? Well, I don't know. Chuck, I think you're going to have to rewrite that song. It's got a long pole here. This is like Robin Hood and Little John gone to Thailand. Who's going to knock who off the log? Well, I'm betting on Sweet 16 there. Yep, she's my girl. She's going to do it. Look out, baby. I am ready for you. What did I tell you? Sweet 16, you know what I mean. In Brazil, they have an apparently laid-back martial art form called capoeira. Now, apparently it's deadly. It was brought here originally by the African slaves and has been somewhat modified into this, well, it's a balletic dance form in a way. And you can see these fellas doing this on the beach here, and it's not really, you know, the actual deadly thing of the original form, but you can see that this would obviously enable a man to defend himself very easily. Very, 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 very athletic, these fellas, as you can see. Those swinging kicks, if aimed at somebody's head, would be deadly. But what do you do if a man comes at you with a knife? How do you defend yourself with this form of martial arts? So just watch this fella disarm his opponent. Kick, and he's got him. Now, we told you that martial arts require bodily control and great mental control. The two go together. Well, these European Buddhists are about to exercise bodily control against the elements on this frozen lake in northern Japan. Yeah, if you thought that the plunge bath at your local sauna was cold, at least you didn't have to dig through the ice. I think this chanting is perhaps to create the mental state that they need to withstand the rigors of this freezing cold water. And there we go, right down in that freezing cold water. Yeah, this refreshes and shrinks the parts that other baths do not reach. I don't know if that's chanting or pleading, but these fellas have got to be freezing to death. But they're taking it, they're doing it, they're building themselves mental control over their bodies. They're willing their bodies not to be cold. Scenic and beautiful setting, this mountain in northern Japan, practicing some kendo here. There's a nice judo flip, and there we go. Rather hard landing in that snow, I would think. This is very, very beautiful. You can see how that the tranquility of nature would influence your mind, even under a freezing waterfall. Now, after the ice, how about some fire? These same fellas that were in the ice before are now going to walk in the fire. They put their feet in the salt, presumably to toughen them more. See, that is no joke, walking across that bed of hot coals. Now, I don't know if you're into hot food or not, but I wouldn't really advise you to try this. Now, this fella is licking that thing, and it's been in the fire. You can see that it's red hot, but somehow he still manages to be able to do it. Whew. Better you than me, pal. We end up our journey around the world of martial arts in Japan, which has more martial arts than anywhere else. Now, this one comes from Kagoshima. And if your opponent is as agile as a piece of wood, it's pretty deadly. Take that, take that, take that. Ah, piece of wood, die, you mother. Yeah. Seems to involve a tremendous amount of shouting, as you can see. I confess I don't really understand this. But I suppose this is a form of kendo. Indeed, it is a form of kendo, and if that were an opponent, then this would be practice strokes or going through a drill of how to chop the guy down to size. Speaking of being chopped down to size, fellow on the right has the little stick, fellow on the left carries the big stick. Now, you'd think that he'd have the advantage, but as you can see, yes, right at the throat. The point of the exercise, I suppose, is that it's not the size of the stick, but the skill with which you wield it. Reminds me of a school teacher I once had there, that motion. And the sound. Now, if you're into the martial arts, it's important to be a grand master, because as you can see, opponents simply fall at your feet. Yeah, just parting of the waves for the Grand Master. Hands the swords back, thank you very much. I'll have these two little rice cutters here. Whoa! That's it for that guy's head. Yes, and again. The sword simply does not find its target, but then again, I guess it's not the done thing to cut your sensei in half. Right, now this is another exhibition, this time with a European Grandmaster. As you can see, he has perfect control and slips aside very easily. It's a case of the staff against the sword. It's not so much the weapon you wield, but the skill with which you wield it. They just fall at his feet. Oh, you missed me, fella. I'm taking a walk. Bye-bye. This is a Japanese businessman preparing for a busy day at the office, perhaps with the Sony Corporation. No, folks, in all seriousness, this gentleman is preparing for the ancient martial art of kendo. Now, the equipment that he is putting on, as you can see, reflects the armor worn by the samurai in the Middle Ages. Kendo is a tough sport to call. As you can see here, one woman gets a bash around the head, but the tap on the hand is the winning point. For most Japanese, kendo is just an opportunity to have a lot of great fun. In fact, there are only about 7 people in Japan who are actually qualified to use the steel samurai sword. That's how dangerous it is. But with the bamboo sword, it's not dangerous at all, especially with the protective gear. Another joy of Japanese life is archery. Over here, it's Robin Hood. Over there, it's the 7 Samurai Appreciation Society. But I'd advise you not to get in these fellas' way. Another Japanese martial art form is judo. Judo means the gentle way. So this is very good for children as it keeps them athletic, helps your timing, and makes you limber. The first thing you have to learn in judo is how to fall. Of course, once these fellas get a bit bigger and a bit stronger, They also know how to throw. Now, accidents can happen in judo. As you can see, some of these little fellas are been injured a bit. But although there are tears, you have to learn to take the rough with the smooth. And I don't think the injuries are ever very serious, because you are on mats, and the first thing you do learn is how to fall. You do win prizes, even though sometimes you're not quite sure what they are. This is the ancient art of floor polishing. No, seriously, folks, the cleanest floor in martial arts belongs to Syringe Kempo. Now, in case you're interested, that Nazi swastika is the wrong way around, and it's not a Nazi swastika. It's actually a Buddhist symbol of love. The syringe is Japanese for Shaolin Tempo, and Kempo for boxing. As you can see, the posture and the arm motions are very much like Western boxing. In Syringe Kempo, you learn to cause your opponent the largest amount of pain possible. Once again, you can see that the arm movements, when the guys are up on their feet, are very much like boxing. See that, like an uppercut? And he's holding like with judo, so it's a combination of many different martial arts. Now, this is how you really hurt the guy. See, you grab his wrist, you twist him around. Now, this is the real thing. That's it. Kick him when he's down. Whew. This looks lethal to me. Okay, let's call it a draw. On the island of Okinawa, they've come up with karate, the way of the empty hand. That's what the word means, karate. This was necessary because when they were conquered by the Japanese in the 16th century, all weapons were banned. So in secret, this form of self-defense was developed. Okinawa is a very pretty place. You can enjoy the beach life, the sea, sailing, the sand, or you can perhaps go up on a nice cliff top and practice a spot of controlled violence. Tea time. Yes, thank you. And the karate expert practices a spot of hand toughening. And now, a bit of arm strengthening. Of course, if the karate doesn't work very well, I suppose you could always hit your opponent on the head. Karate, the way of the empty hand. However, there were a few household objects around that you could put in your hand, such as these medieval hat pins. And then we have the simple rice flail. And, of course, here we have the trusty walking stick. In the hands of an expert, a deadly weapon. If you practice karate for real, it can get pretty rough. Now, just watch some of these experts who are in competitions against each other. Okay, now we've got some stunts for you. Look at this. He's using his fingertips. Oh, gosh. Fingertip control straight through 2 tiles. 2 tiles again. Up over the head. Yes, I'm going to kick it with my right foot. Oh! Super toes. A bath of fire. Flame-grilled martial arts expert coming up. Yeah, bit of a flamethrower there from that guy out of his mouth. Whew! Flaming pits. A bath of fire. This young man is giving a wonderful exhibition with the rice flails. The speed. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. Imagine trying to penetrate that defense. Very impressive. Yes, fastest blade in the East. Bit of pineapple fun here. Yes, I think this is our friend from earlier, the pineapple slicer. The Eastern martial arts version of the William Tell story. Nice large pineapple, but still I wouldn't want it sitting on... Oh my goodness, it's on his throat? He's going to cut through that, and it's on the guy's throat. Are you kidding me? This is the beheading exhibition, I'm afraid. This is what you call trust. Trust in a master. Oh, no. You can't be serious. Well, I think it's quite obvious what's going to happen here. This fella's going to cut through the pineapples, and of course he's got such expert control that he will be able to stop just before it reaches the flesh of the man who is underneath the pineapple. Yes, 1, 2, 3. Oh, but why make things simple? I know. Let's be blindfolded. Yes. As our pretty blonde assistant comes out and ties the blindfold around our martial expert, our victims don't see this, I hope. Oh, goodness. I can't believe this. Yes, 1, 2, 3. He's measuring the distance. Oh, good grief. Yeah, that's it. Well, let's just sit back and watch.
Super!
Oh, well, they all got up. He did it. Look at that. Fresh sliced pineapple. That is an awesome display of control. Look at that. Cuts down through the middle. Wham! That is truly amazing. Now for a little exhibition with sledgehammers. Why not? The meat in this sandwich is human. He's fine. No trouble. Aha! The bed of nails. What are we doing here? Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh. You're going to drive that vehicle over this gentleman who's lying down. Ugh! Oh, no. And this one we call Two Monks Arguing. Take that. And that. And that. Oh, yeah? You think you can hurt me? Forget it. Oh! And 3. Well, I think that is a preparation to perhaps some soprano singing in the monk's choir. Oh, yeah? Well, I can do that, too. And 3 for you. So the fella doesn't seem like it bothered him at all. He said, go on, hit me in the stomach. Go on, headbutt me in the stomach. I'll do my sit-ups, you can't hurt me. The fella's taking quite a run in here. Boop. Oh, yes, I can. Now, this man has a sword at his throat, as you can see, upwardly projected to go right through his neck, and on top of his head, tiles that this gentleman is going to smash. I think the object of that exercise was, don't flinch. Well, folks, here's the mad, bad world of martial arts hangover cure. Yeah, nice soothing towel on the forehead. And for the martial arts expert, a few bricks. Ah, yes, sweet dreams. I feel better already. Ah, yeah, this is great. This is the life. Here comes John Henry. Right about there, I'd say. Also. A little final adjustment. That's it. Get your head over here, my son. Yeah. Swing that hammer right about there. Trial run. Hangover gone. Yes, sir, folks. It's the mad, bad world of martial arts.
Order!